This is a little view of the Overlord Show that I'm at today, where I bought a couple of knives. These two. First one, the Anglo Arms deer themed knife. The second one, we'll come to in a minute. So the Anglo Arms deer themed knife, I think that's really attractive. There's a reason I bought it, really. It's about £12, something like that, £15. And I just think that's really, really nice. This apparently is laser etched. How true that is, I don't know. That's what Anglo Arms say. And yeah, I just think that's a really, really attractive bit of art on the blade. I'm not sure how durable it is. I think this one is definitely a bit more of a looker than a doer. It's a nice shaped blade. The action's fairly smooth. As ever with Anglo Arms, you've got a choice of wood. That'll be one side, that'll be on the other. It's an Anglo Arms knife, what do you expect? I mean, it's not brilliant. Big lanyard hole, reasonably good pocket clip that is actually quite comfortable in use. Finger fits in there really nicely, jams it right up against that stub, and for normal people, finger fits in there. So yeah, it's one of the few knives I've ever owned with a decent pocket clip that actually seems to really, really work. It's irrelevant obviously in this country because we can't carry it, which brings me to the theory that, you know, a lot of Anglo Arms knives, people mock them because they're cheap, but let's face it, you know, I'm in southern England. I'm not behind a mission behind enemy lines being hunted by zombies trying to prove how good I am with a knife. This will do for opening boxes and stuff like that, which, let's face it, is probably what we're going to be doing most of the time with our knives, isn't it? So it is a flipper, although this is quite a stiff one. It will get there. I guess loosening this nut off will help. I guess Anglo Arms have done that for legal reasons. You know, flippers aren't illegal yet, but they're getting into a grey area, particularly if you're trying to import things. Thumb studs both work really nicely to open it. It's really smooth, and that's quite a comfortable one to use. And again, the southpaws works nicely. So overall, it's what, just about 8 inches long, with just under 4-inch blade, and yeah, it's a typical Anglo Arms. It's a nicest knife. It'll work. It's not something you're going to hand down to your kids by any means, but I bought it just because it was an attractive knife. It was a nice sunny day. I was in a really good mood, and yeah, nice sunny knife, nice sunny day for a nice attractive knife. Which brings me to this one. Now, also it does say quite clearly Gerber just there. It didn't come in a box. There was no paperwork with it, and I was a bit suspicious. So I emailed Gerber in the UK, and they very kindly emailed Gerber in the US, who came back saying, no, definitely not one of ours. So Gerber does actually have a thing on its website about fake knives, and they are quite heavily faked. You know, it's a bit of a shame, but that seems to be the world we live in. But it's not a bad knife. Flipper works really well. It's perhaps a little bit dimensionally odd, but that's a nice big thing to wrap your fist round. Nice old blade. The flipper, as I said, works very well. There's no other, there's a thumb stud, so you can open it like that. That's a little bit close there, but it still works. It's a fairly loose action. I wonder how durable it will be. I guess this is an aluminium, and that's the reason I bought it. I quite like orange, and I like that. I just like the look of the knife, all in all. So it was a nice sunny day. It was a show I wanted to go to for years. Never actually been there. Saw this stall selling knives. Oddly enough, none of them were in boxes. I mean, I don't think the Anglo Arms is a fake one, although it's got no Anglo Arms branding on it. Which, from what I've seen, not all of them actually carry. Some do carry the Anglo Arms mark, quite a lot of them don't. So it's a fake Gerber. What are we going to do with it? I'm going to keep it, because I'm not going to be doing anything daring, adventurous or exciting with it. I'm going to keep it. There's quite a nice action on that. Can't see it hugely well, but there's quite a long bit in this bar. And it works nicely, it works well, it's smooth, it looks the part. It's a shame it's not a real Gerber, so obviously can't tell you any more about it. Knife, steel, yes, don't know what. Little bayonet ring, which made me think, well, actually, yeah, perhaps it's a little sort of bayonet shaped thing. And it, in some regrets, I'm a bit concerned it's not a genuine Gerber, because it would have been, the quality would have been good enough to use reasonably well. But it is, well, it's a cheap folding knife. I think again this is £10 or £15, something like that. I'll keep it, I'll play with it, I'll use it for opening boxes and packages and things like that. Apart from that, the finish isn't brilliant. That could have been enough to actually say, perhaps this isn't actually a Gerber. It's a bit battered. But all in all, yeah, I bought it. It was a souvenir, and perhaps a lesson in how not to buy knives. I'm glad it wasn't a more expensive knife, and I genuinely cannot remember the name of the stall that was selling them, which is a bit of a shame, because I might have had a word with them. There we go. It was a good day out, and I got a couple of nice knives out of it.